Taylor Wright was born on April 24, 1984. Her early years were marked by hardship. By the age of 13, she was in the foster care system, removed from her biological mother's care. Life had been difficult, and Taylor developed a tough exterior that helped her survive. Small and frail, with stringy hair and searching eyes, she longed for stability in a world that had failed her time and time again. Then she met Nancy Murchison, a neighbor who would change her life. Nancy remembered their first meeting vividly. "I don't know what it was about her, but I just said, 'You can come stay with us.'" Taylor moved in with Nancy and her sons, and for the first time in years she had a real home, a place where she felt safe and loved. Throughout her teenage years, Taylor thrived under Nancy's care. Despite everything she had endured, she was friendly and outgoing, eager to connect with everyone she met. Beneath her tough exterior was a warm-hearted woman shaped by adversity. In North Carolina, Taylor met Jeff Wright, a U.S. Marine. Their relationship was unconventional from the start. "Our first date ended with us throwing knives at a dartboard," Jeff recalled. Taylor loved to lift weights and show off her strength. Jeff was drawn to her confidence. She was smart, competitive, and tough, yet still looked stunning in a dress. The two married around 2007, and in 2010 they welcomed their son, Drake. Jeff described Taylor as a devoted mother, determined to give her child the stable upbringing she never had. Taylor had found her calling in law enforcement. She joined the Jacksonville Police Department in North Carolina, serving 2 separate terms between 2008 and 2013. Deputy Chief Timothy Malfitano later described her as a brave and spirited young officer who was a valued member of our law enforcement family. But despite her success and the joy of motherhood, her marriage began to crumble after the family relocated to Florida. The relationship grew bitter, and the couple decided to divorce during dinner on their 10th wedding anniversary. What followed was a fierce legal battle over custody and money that would define Taylor's final years. Taylor believed that a $100,000 settlement from a car accident before her marriage was solely hers, not to be divided as marital assets. During the dispute, the court froze their accounts, but Taylor somehow managed to withdraw the $100,000 anyway, defying the court's order. During a heated argument, Jeff called the police. Taylor was arrested for battery. Though Jeff later dropped the charges, the damage was done. Her law enforcement career was over. Without work or steady housing, Taylor reluctantly agreed to give Jeff full custody of Drake. It devastated her. She missed her son deeply and texted him every single day. The judge later ordered her to bring a $25,000 check to a hearing scheduled for September 12, 2017, just 4 days before she would vanish. After the divorce, Taylor tried to rebuild her life. She became a private investigator in the Pensacola area and began dating again, exploring relationships with both men and women. On a dating website, she met Cassandra Waller, a school administrator with Escambia County Public Schools. Their relationship had challenges. Taylor's occasional drug use and a past infidelity had strained things, but they remained committed to each other. In September 2017, Taylor was moving into Cassandra's home. "My whole birthday weekend was moving her stuff and helping her move," Cassandra recalled. "But I didn't mind. I was really happy." Taylor was also fighting to regain custody of Drake. The pressure was immense, but she was determined to prove she could provide for her son. Through it all, Taylor always wore her distinctive bullet necklace, a symbol of her resilience and strength. On Friday, September 8, 2017, the day began like any other. Taylor had plans to meet her friend, Ashley MacArthur, to run errands, handle some business, and most importantly, visit the bank. Taylor needed to retrieve money she had entrusted to Ashley weeks earlier, money she desperately needed for her upcoming court date. Ashley, 40, was married to a man named Zach and had previously worked as a crime scene technician with the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Though not a sworn officer, she had experience in law enforcement and knew how investigations worked. She and Taylor had been friends for about a year, bonded by their shared backgrounds. Taylor trusted her completely. What Taylor didn't know was that Ashley was in serious financial trouble. She had been embezzling money from her family's business, Pensacola Automatic Amusement, which leased jukeboxes and pool tables to bars. Between 2015 and 2017, she had been skimming thousands of dollars, falsifying records, and shortchanging clients, all while carrying on an affair with Brandon Batty, the owner of Styx Billiard Hall. Ashley spent lavishly on him, buying gifts and even a boat, while her husband remained unaware. On August 16, 2017, Ashley committed a betrayal that would seal Taylor's fate. Taylor had given her $34,000 from the $100,000 she had withdrawn, money Ashley had promised to keep in a safety deposit box. Instead, Ashley forged Taylor's signature on a cashier's check and deposited it into her own account. She spent it all. For weeks, Taylor begged Ashley to meet at the bank so she could retrieve the money, but Ashley kept stalling. With the court date looming, Taylor was desperate. Finally, Ashley agreed to meet on September 8th. That morning, around 11:20 a.m., Taylor sent her last text message to Cassandra while out with Ashley, then went silent. As hours passed, Cassandra grew worried and called Ashley, who claimed Taylor couldn't talk because she was horseback riding on her family property. She said they had decided to skip the bank and go riding in East Milton instead. Cassandra was immediately concerned. Taylor wouldn't miss retrieving that money. Later that evening at 7:58 p.m., Cassandra received a text from Taylor's phone. "I'll call you later. I'm not angry with you, I just need to think. I'm trying to get my life organized." Something felt wrong. 2. The tone didn't sound like Taylor at all. Near midnight, another text arrived. "I'm okay. I just need some time to think. The move and court are very stressful. I need a few days to myself. Everything is okay. I am not doing anything bad." Cassandra's instincts screamed that something was terribly wrong. "I just knew something wasn't right," she later said. "I was scared." Taylor would never disappear without contacting her son. She texted him every day, and she would never miss Cassandra's birthday dinner. Panicked, Cassandra reached out to Jeff Wright. Their son had also been trying to reach Taylor with no luck. Jeff's reaction was strange. He warned Cassandra that Taylor might get angry for involving the police and told her to be careful. Disturbed, Cassandra continued searching and calling local hospitals. On September 14th, Cassandra filed a missing persons report with the Pensacola Police Department. Officers searched Taylor's home on Berkeley Drive. Her car was in the driveway. Her belongings, passport, and money were untouched. It was as though she had vanished into thin air. At first, police didn't suspect foul play. Public information, Officer Mike Wood told the media. "At this time, we have no reason to believe anything suspicious has happened. We believe she left on her own accord." But those closest to Taylor disagreed. Nancy Murkison said her gut told her otherwise. Something had to have happened. She would not have just taken off. Behind the scenes, detectives began piecing together a different story. They looked at everyone in Taylor's life. Cassandra was the first person under scrutiny. She was the last to receive messages from Taylor and had reported her missing, but she cooperated fully, handing over her phone and all her electronics. "She wasn't hiding anything," said Detective Chad Wilhite. Then Ashley MacArthur made a shocking claim. She told investigators that Taylor had been unfaithful to Cassandra and that the two women had argued about it in the past. That prompted a search of Cassandra's home, where police found Taylor's ID, passport, and cash, along with a revolver missing one bullet. Cassandra explained that she had bought the gun for protection after Jeff told her Taylor had once been violent. Investigators confirmed Cassandra's story. Her phone records and alibi checked out and cleared her. Next, they turned to Jeff Wright. He had motive, a bitter custody battle and the $100,000 withdrawal. But Jeff was stationed in North Carolina and had an airtight alibi. That left one person, Ashley MacArthur, the last person to see Taylor alive. On September 15th, Ashley sat down with Pensacola police for her first interview. She claimed she and Taylor had spent the day running errands, then gone horseback riding at her family's East Milton property before returning home around 4:45 p.m. Ashley said she went inside, and when she came back out, Taylor was gone. According to her, Taylor had called an Uber to go downtown for a drink, carrying the $34,000 in a duffel bag. Detective Wilhite noticed Ashley's demeanor. She was flirty, almost